Welcome to this post-run yoga video. In this practice and all practices, I invite you to listen to your body and give yourself permission to modify your practice whenever you feel necessary. We'll start by standing with your feet hip distance apart. And then inhale, circle the arms up to the sky, and exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale up, exhale, circling the arms back down. Inhale, circle the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands back down. Inhale up and exhale, circle the arms down. Doing this one more time on your own. And then finishing this round and then incorporating some shoulder rolls, making these movements as big or as small as you'd like. And then switching directions, feeling that tension releasing out of the upper back and the shoulders, and then release. Now bring the head over to the left side on the inhale, exhale down, inhale over to the right and down, inhale over to the left and down, inhale to the right and down, and then keep doing this a few more times on your own, helping to alleviate that tension you might be holding the neck post-run. And then come back to center. Then from here, we'll bring the arms up and grab opposite elbows. Then exhale, release, and then inhale, switch to the other interlace of the elbows, and then start to sway from side to side. And then here, bending over to the left side with the hips out to the right, feeling that stretch in the outer part of that right hip. Inhale, come back, switch the interlace of the elbows, and then exhale, bending over to the right side this time with the left hips coming out. Keep breathing here, helps to alleviate that tension. And then exhale, release. Now we're going to come into a one-legged chair, so take your left ankle over your right knee and then bending into your hips. Finding a space in front of you to focus on to help with your balance. Keep breathing, feeling that stretch in the outer part of that left hip, and then slowly release. And then we'll switch to the other side, so right ankle over the left knee and then bending into the hips. Again, gaze forward, finding a spot to focus on to help with your balance. Take nice long inhales and nice long exhales here. And then slowly unwind. Now from here, we're going to come into an exhale into a forward fold. So straightening the legs only to the point where you're feeling a nice stretch in the hamstrings, not to a point where you're feeling any pain or discomfort. And if you feel a little bit too deep in the stretch, you can always bend into the knees. That bend in the knees will take some of the tension out of the hamstrings. So keep breathing here. And then we're going to switch into a runner's lunge. So bringing your right knee down to the ground, stepping your left foot forward, have your hands at your hips to help your balance here. Only coming forward enough to feel that stretch in the hip, feeling the stretch in the psoas muscle, the front part of the right hip. And also you can alternatively bring the arms up to the sky a little bit more for some balance work as well. And then slowly unwind, and then we're going to switch to the other side, so bringing the left knee down, stepping the right foot forward, and then coming into your pose by bending into that right knee. Keep breathing, feeling into that stretch. Gazing straight ahead for balance support, or for a little more balance work, more challenging to bring the arms up to the sky. And then slowly release, and then coming down onto hands and knees into table pose, and then switching into cat and cow. So inhale, lift the chest, gaze forward. Exhale, round the back, gaze between the knees. Alternate between these two a few times. And then coming into candlestick pose, and then camel pose by bringing your hands to your hips, and then bring the chest, open the chest, bring the gaze up towards the ceiling, bringing the front of the hips forward, and then exhale, slowly release, and then swing and lie down onto your back with the knees bent here. And then we'll come into windshield wiper pose. So bringing our knees from side to side here, taking one movement per breath. Take an inhale up, exhale, bend to the left side, inhale up, bending to the right, inhale up, bending to the left, and then stay here. And the option here is to take that left ankle over the right knee to allow that right leg and right knee to come down a little bit more to increase that sensation in the outer part of that right hip. Now, if that's feeling too much here, you can just keep that left foot down. Then inhale, come back up. Then we're going to go to the other side now. So taking that right ankle over the left knee, bringing the legs over to the right side. Really using your breathing here to breathe into those areas that's holding that tension, allowing that tension to release. And inhale, come back to center, and then from here, going back to the left side, doing some hip circles, going one direction and then the other. And then coming into a hamstring stretch by bringing that left leg up to the sky, grabbing behind the left leg, pointing that left heel up to the sky to bring more sensation into that hamstring. And then exhale, release. Then we'll switch to the other side, grabbing onto the right knee and then doing hip circles, going one direction and then the opposite direction. And then coming into that hamstring stretch again here, extending that right heel up towards the sky, interlacing the hands behind the right leg to help support that right leg to keep it up towards the sky. Keep breathing here, and then when you're ready, slowly unwind, and then setting up for your Shavasana, just lying with the arms out to the side, knees bent, soles of the feet on the ground. This is the end of the practice for today. Thanks for joining, and if you found this helpful, please click like or subscribe.